Hi everyone, my name is Petra. I love to save money. I've gotten pretty good at saving money, and I'd like to share 10 tips with you of creative ways that I've found to save money. Beauty school dropout, go back to high school. Beauty school dropout. No, not the dropout part, but the beauty school part. Beauty schools are a great way to save money. They offer most of the services that your regular salon will offer: hair cutting, hair coloring, nails, mani-pedis, whatever, at really reduced cost because they're in beauty school and these people are learning. But don't worry, the person that you have, the student, is always supervised, and the ultimate decision is by that supervisor about, what color to use on your hair or exactly how to cut your hair. So you end up with a great haircut or whatever at a really reduced cost, and I mean really reduced. And the only thing I would caution you about beauty schools is to allow a long day there. Sometimes, especially if you're getting your hair colored or highlighted, it takes a while. But in the end, it's worth it. You have a great haircut color at a super reduced cost. So, beauty schools. I save money by staying at hostels when I travel. People think hostels are kind of creepy and gross, but they're not. They're really cool. The Allen Lee, for example, right here in Washington, D.C., it's pretty neat inside. My other tip for you is to check online as well as call for a reservation. I both checked online and called for a reservation and got a lower price when I checked online, so I booked it through the online site. And then when we got here, I talked to the man at the desk and asked for an upgrade, and he gave me an upgrade for free. So, little tip right there for you. A great money-saving tip I have for you is spray paint. Yes, spray paint. Trust me on this one. Last year, we had to give our house a little bit of a facelift for a big party we were having for my daughter who was graduating from college. I don't look old enough to have a daughter graduating from college. Oh, thank you. Anyway, we had to do a lot of renovating on a budget. So spray paint became one of my very best friends. One of the things that really bothered me was an old light fixture we had, which is why we're here in the bathroom. This is where the light fixture was. It was all tarnished and looked really ugly and old, but we couldn't afford to get a new light fixture. So I thought, well, what can we do with this old, ugly, tarnished light fixture? And that's where spray paint came in. So we sanded it a little bit and gave it a good coat of the spray paint in this gold color and made it look shiny and new. And it matches my angels that I have up above it. So it all tied in, and I thought it looked great with the new bulbs in there. So the price of a can of spray paint and some bulbs, and that changed the look of an old, tarnished, ugly light fixture into something pretty. And we ended up using spray paint for tons of things. I put it on door handles to make them look better. I put that on the little vents for the heaters that are all along the floor, and they are all shiny and white now. So spray paint could be your new best friend. I'll make this money-saving tip quick and easy. Exercise. It's the poor man's plastic surgery. I have two things to show you. One is this necklace. Oopsie. It's really pretty. And second is this watercolor. Who made these two beautiful things, you might ask? Me. Which leads me to my next money-saving tip, which is to check out the offerings at your local Department of Continuing Ed. Usually there are many classes offered, lots and lots of different subjects to choose from, and you can learn something new, something you've always wanted to know, something that actually you could make money by doing if you wanted to perhaps fine-tune your craft that you've just learned and then sell it. And the classes are very reasonably priced. few weeks of class, you learn something new, great money saving tip. Okay, so it's springtime and people are starting to come outside after hibernating all winter, although this winter was not that bad, so that was really cool. But anyway, springtime, you want to get out in your garden, make it beautiful, do some yard work, which I hate, but I love a pretty garden. Gardening on a budget is a little tricky, but one thing I have found, instead of using mulch for my garden, I use wood chips. Wood chips are perfect to use in a garden. I love this color. They're kind of a light color, but you get wood chips for free. You just find some company that's cutting down trees. I'm sure you have them right now in your neighborhood, and just tell the guys you need some wood chips. They'll come and they can just dump them in your yard as much as you want. Perfectly free. Makes your garden beautiful. Okay, I have a couple of money-saving travel tips other than looking at hostels. My number one travel tip for airline travel is to buy your ticket on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or a Thursday. Those will be the cheapest flights you're going to find throughout the week. You can price them at other times. You're going to find Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, they're going to be cheaper for sure. So travel tip number one. And my second travel tip for airline travel is weigh your bag before you go. Usually there's a 50-pound weight limit. So always weigh your bag, because if you go over the 50-pound weight limit, it costs a bajillion dollars. And I've been that person at the counter going over my 50 pounds, trying to get stuff out of my luggage, putting it into my carry-on, and the carry-on gets so heavy. So don't make that mistake. Always weigh your luggage, no more than 50 pounds. And thirdly, just keep in mind the price that you're paying per bag going to your destination and coming back, and that really has to factor into the cost of the trip. It can be as expensive as $25 to $30 per bag. So Southwest, JetBlue, those airlines don't, it doesn't cost anything for your bag. So those are my airline travel tips, and have a great trip. So my next tip is don't be afraid to ask for things. Simply asking for things sometimes really works wonders. You might be surprised what you could get if you simply ask. I think it's all about how you ask, how you kind of approach a person, your demeanor. Just be a happy person, optimistic, positive, and that comes across. Some stores are really, really great about giving out things, like Nordstrom's, my favorite store, or Sephora. I went through both stores yesterday. Tons and tons and tons of samples. You come home with so much fun stuff to try just by asking. Like, I also asked for that upgrade at the hostel, and the man was perfectly happy to give us an upgrade. Great room, just by asking. Once I saw my name on the side of a truck, and it turns out that it was a company that does, I can't remember what they were doing, but it was my name, Petra'a, which is not easy to find anywhere. So I got in contact with them and asked if they had a t-shirt with my name on it, and a couple weeks later, a t-shirt with my name on it arrived in the mail. So that was pretty cool. So just asking is an amazing way to end up with things that you might not otherwise have. So little tip for you. Okay. This next one is kind of fun because it's actually a money maker. What I want you to do is get your jewelry box, open your jewelry box, and dig around the bottom of your jewelry box and get all those scraps of gold and silver you have. Real gold, real silver. Those broken gold necklaces, that one silver hoop, you can't find the other hoop, but you have it anyway. Get all that jewelry, gather it up, and bring it to one of those places that you've been hearing about in those commercials that buy gold or silver. Now is just the best time for this. They're paying top dollar. My advice to you about this one, however, is shop it around. Don't just take it to the first place and accept their check. Even though you're going to be surprised by how much they want to give you, you might be able to get an even better price. The way it works is they pay you. It's based on the weight of what your jewelry is. And I'm not quite sure how all these places calibrate their scales, so I think some might be more reputable than others. Shop it around, get the best price you can, and enjoy that check. Free cycle, baby! What is FreeCycle? FreeCycle is an online recycling community. It's super cool. You put stuff up that you might have around your house that you don't need or want anymore. Other people look at the site, see what you've put up, and if they need or want it, they get in contact with you via emails. And then you just set it out somewhere for them to pick up. They come and pick it up. Also, if you see stuff on the site that you might like, then you get in contact with them and then you go get it. Perfectly great stuff like this. Great chair, and I've also got recently got a cappuccino maker off that site, so love my coffee. FreeCycle, baby! Well, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it, maybe even learned a thing or two. Now, go out there and save some money.